Vietnam, a country whose very name summons heightened emotions. It brings to remembrance a dark night in America's recent history. Vietnam has endured 100 years of conflict, war, and occupation by the Chinese, French, and the United States. It has left the Vietnamese people and their country in ruins. They have become the forgotten people. Worse today under communist rule than 25 years ago, Vietnam remains largely undeveloped. The average monthly wage is a mere $30, while unemployment soars at a devastating rate of 75%. In fact, most of Vietnam is made up of small villages, dotted with coconut leaf huts and devoid of modern conveniences such as bathrooms or running water. One woman who fled Vietnam's endless conflicts and came to America as one of the boat people is compelled to bring light to the poor and broken people of her homeland.
Every year, I went back home for help the unfortunate people from my personal and family fund. I work all year round to save money. I go every year. I wait for the kids get out of school for summer. As May, I leave end of May or mid-May, and stay there 6 weeks.
Lan Chau and her family work tirelessly throughout each year, saving money to purchase rice and wells. They make a 6 to 7 week journey into the rural areas among the poor to bring the hope of living water.
They don't have medical, they don't have any, just like especially children, they don't have medical attention. No medicine, no school, no clothes, no shoe, no food, no house, no God, no hope at all.
Lan Chau and her family travel from one small village to another, distributing gifts. Their first priority is to deal with the rampant hunger. Buying rice in large quantities, they oversee its distribution. Their secondary effort includes providing seeds for crops for the near future and clothing when possible.
In the last 3 years, I came back home to give clothing, food, and go to in the wood and pass on rice, noodles, and personal hygiene.
Lan Chau's most important undertaking is the digging of wells. Her hope is that with clean water, disease will be reduced, and the seeds that she and her family provide will produce much needed food. Increased food and water supply will allow villages to go beyond mere survival, to providing education and medical facilities for their children and a healthier community.
People, they never have clean water in their life. They drink from muddy river. Always same river where they bathe from, and bathroom same river. And I ordered, the well crew come in to dig the well for them.
Each well is dug on community property at an expense of about $300. This becomes a source of life to the whole village, a gift that leads to a whole new way of life for the community's recipients. Following the example of Jesus Christ, we minister first to the natural need and hunger in order that eyes and ears might be opened to receive the heavenly food.
Another thing is education for the children. Children don't know how to read or write. Even grandparents, they've never been in school. That's why I want to do education and teach them how to survive.
The vision of enabling the Vietnamese people to help themselves begins with a seed sown today. The people totally depend on the food they grow on their small parcels of land. Currently, local water sources are polluted because they are used for bathrooms and for cleaning clothes. The same diseased water is used for cooking and drinking. The gift of centrally located wells providing pure water will result in tomorrow's flourishing food resources and will aid in improving the health of the Vietnamese people.
When we came over here 20-some years ago, struggling, and they opened their arm to take us to the land. And I appreciate that. I never forget that. And I teach my children how to appreciate that and pay back that from education. There's no word can say how much I appreciate America.
Drink from the living water.
I have strong faith in God. That's all I can tell you.
Seeds of love and servanthood may one day change the killing fields into fields white with the harvest of souls.
Come to the well of salvation and drink from the living water. Come to the well of salvation and drink from the living water.